Hey guys,
The wait is over. We're here to check out some brand new Sabaton with the song Templars.
do you know how hard it's been not to listen to this song? Not because I'm excited, but because on Spotify it showed up that there was a new song and I'm like, maybe I want to listen to this. But then I was like, nah, we're definitely gonna do a video.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. There's no way we were gonna skip on this one.
Because excited it may not be the word,
Nervous? Intrigued?
Intrigued, nervous, yeah. I'm hoping this is a Bismarck situation, where this is like a good song out of nowhere type deal,
Yeah, like what I was gonna say, a perfect shot into the bow,
Exactly.
sinking. I was gonna say of the Titanic, but that was not the case. That was just an iceberg. Anyhow, are you ready for this Templar song?
Yeah.
I feel like it was about time for them to move away from World War One.
Yeah,
so,
I think they've milked World War One.
I think they've milked that for. I don't think there's any stories left to be told. So let's move on to Templars. You ready? Let's check this out.
Assassinations, Jerusalem still calls the name. God's call, holy order, Knights of Jesus Christ, charge from the temple.
Oh no, Chucky! Oh. This is taking a weird twist, I must say. Jesus Christ. How's he gonna play drums? No bueno. No bueno. Ooh. Oh, he's gonna decapitate him? Yeah. Not the bass player.
Oh no.
Oh no. What is the band gonna do without him?
False accusations.
this double dipping? Did they double spear themselves? Oh shit, that's fucking badass, I must say. Holy Grail. Maybe the papers that told us of the location of said Holy Grail. Who knows? Yeah, that's how they got disbanded. Some people believe that they moved to Scotland and then eventually to North America, if you believe those conspiracy theories.
Well, do you really believe they all just like died? Like,
nah, there's no way. They had tons of money and shit like that.
There was no way they didn't go somewhere else. And,
exactly, and rebranded as Freemasons. Anyhow, just trying to tie it all together.
They rebranded.
You know what I thought they were going to do?
Wasn't the guy who was the first king, I guess, of Portugal? Wasn't he a Templar?
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, his father was.
No, I'm talking about the guy who was given the land from Spain.
Yeah. He was not the first king. It was his son that became the first king. Don Fosiric says
he was like the lord of the land.
Before, when he died, his son took over and he became independent and he fought with his grandfather. But his father was a Templar.
So father was a Templar.
Yeah, so
because he was given the land from Spain.
because he helped during the Templar battles of the crusade during the Crusades, because when they were clearing the path for all of those Christians to go to the Holy Land and pray. Anyhow, that's what they were doing, to provide a safe passage to the Europeans into the Holy Land.
This you know what this is? Hold on, let me just say something. So that last album was definitely like, guys, listen, we have better things in the works, but we need to put something out just to like
post-pandemic.
Someone when someone's dying, you got to put a little bit of something, or like someone gets like.
It was a tourniquet.
It's a tourniquet, right?
So the album was a tourniquet.
That album was a tourniquet, and this was the full service.
And they did it. And by the way, it was a tourniquet that they did with their own belt.
Yeah. It wasn't that good of a tourniquet, to be honest.
Yeah. It was just really like
it was just like
ends meet.
You were there. It's like, okay, well, do you really want to lose your leg? So give me your belt. This is definitely what they were working. This is what the love and everything was put into.
Dude, this is really good.
This is a really good song. This was a Bismarck, like.
Not as good as Bismarck, I would argue, but I get the vibe that you're saying.
You know what it is? You may say it's not as good as Bismarck, but I think it's on the same par. Being is that it's no pun intended. Being is that it's a different story. So I feel like this is like a Bismarck to like how Bismarck came out before
a record. It was on its own. It was
it came out before the Great War.
Yeah,
which was
I think so.
Which was a good album, right? I feel like this song would have came out before The Last Stand. Like if you were to do like a whole redoing of it.
I just think it's time for them to dive deeper into...
It kind of reminded me of stuff that was on The Last Stand, especially
Yeah, I guess the whole Templar thing.
Templar thing,
one thing I will say is that I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I honestly thought the guy with a big mask guy, I thought it was gonna be Tommy coming back to kill them all. That's what I thought.
Why is Chuck Liddell the first one to die though?
I know.
By the way, us saying "oh no" the bass player, but he's like the mastermind of the band too. So
yeah.
He's the very
he's more than just he's the exception to the rule.
He's the exception to the rules.
Parr is way more than just a bass player.
He's way more than just a bass player. He's the mind of Sabaton.
But yeah, they killed Chucky first.
But it took a couple guys to do it too. Yeah. He got like triple impaled.
I think they could have done a little bit better, some technical scenes here and there, if I really want to be like critical. But pretty cool. The video is pretty cool. The only part about this video, I have the same issue with this video that I do with Primo Vittoria, which is like the sound of the battle in the background kind of fucking
It
it
fucks
makes
up-
it really hard for you to just get
Enjoy
into the song.
Yeah.
Like, Premium Victoria is the same thing, and I'm not a fan of that.
But on the on the record
The
thing,
regular
it's
track
fun.
will be fine, but what I'm saying is that if you're gonna do that, put the audio if there's a break in the song, or like if there's like there was an instrumental piece there during those times. But when the singing in the song is going on, like let me fucking hear the song. I don't want to hear like swords clashing and whatever else is going on
It was
here.
like
But
Sabaton Deadliest Warrior, man.
dude, like, it was really good. I thought they were all gonna. Like I thought there was gonna be killing and whatever, but I thought the 5 of them
Would make it to
would
the
make
end.
it would escape with Templar treasure all the way to Oak Island. That's kind of where I thought this was gonna go. I didn't picture them to die, but when I saw Chucky going down, he was like Ned Stark in fucking Game of Thrones.
I
He
kinda
died in the
wish-
first season.
But I kind of wish that when he died like a badass. Like he died like a badass, but like getting stabbed by multiple guys. But then he just fell backwards. It would have been cool if like the guy who stabbed him in the front, he stabs him and then he like keeps the eye contact until he dies. That's some badass shit. That is
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
but I think that's more Viking shit than it is Templar
that's
shit.
true. The Templars were like, oh,
Plus, how do you stab him through the front if he's wearing that metal vest thing?
he wasn't.
Because he had the apron, the Templar apron on
Yeah,
top
but
of
it's a metal. Only I think around here is the metal, and then there's
It's
like,
only up to the
chain,
ribs?
and it's like chain.
Oh, it's only up to the ribs or something. But
Which
even
is
with the
also-
chain, still, it's hard to fucking stab someone.
Oh, I mean, to cut through chainmail is not like the.
I don't know, man.
hardest.
I watched Forged in Fire. When they test those weapons, it's very hard to make it
Man,
through
I
that
watched
shit.
Deadliest Warrior, man. So like, I think I'm above you on this
One of their weakest points is the neck. Because everything is below the neck, so to stab somebody, it's kind of hard. I don't know. We're getting technical here, but whatever. The video
We're
is good.
technical here, but
The video is good. I honestly thought they were all gonna make it with some treasure. They didn't. And like I said, when Chucky went down first, I was like, okay, this is Ned Stark from fucking Game of Thrones. If he's going down in the first season, we know
Everyone-
everybody's gonna go down.
everyone
it's just a
has
matter
their
of
time.
It's just a matter of time. I like the fact that they picked the new old guy in the band to be the last one to survive. I thought that was interesting. I would think Chucky would be the last guy to survive.
That's what
honestly.
I was thinking too. You know?
So that was a little bit. So there was a lot of twists and
It
turns
would
in
have been
this.
funny as fuck if he was the last one to survive. He throws all of that into the fire, and then he
Pulls
opens
his
those
sun-
sunglasses and puts them on. He dies. Dude, that would have been fucking
and he
hilarious.
dies with his sunglasses.
That would have been hilarious.
I don't think the Templars had sunglasses.
No, but,
I get,
instead of
I
like
get
dying
it.
on the floor like how he died, he throws it in the fire and then he just sits down next to the fire. He puts on his glasses and he dies like that. Like dies.
And he's wearing his army.
yeah, and then he's no longer in his shit. Dude, that like guys,
That would have been actually pretty cool.
That
I'm
would
not
have
gonna
been
lie.
funny as shit.
That would have been funny as shit, and it would have been pretty
it would
cool.
have been pretty cool. Yeah.
So that the moment he dies, he it's almost like he's reincarnating into his new version of
Yeah.
himself.
So what we're saying is like Joaquin Burnham is he's the reincarnation of a Templar soldier.
Exactly, dude. That would be really fucking cool.
Dude, this seems like something that would be on the Heroes album, on like a Heroes.
Fuck, you
2.
said our first to the last stand now the Heroes album. Can you
No,
make
but I
up your
see.
mind?
Okay,
This would never be in the Heroes album because it's not specifically about one person. It's about the Templars and their demise.
Yeah, but-
so it would make more sense in the last.
In the
if you're
last
gonna-
stand.
if
Yes,
you're
in the last stand.
If
Yes,
you're
yes,
gonna
yes,
put,
sorry,
if you're gonna put this song in a previous record, that is the record.
that is the record.
That is the
True,
record.
That is very true. Yeah, because it's all about last. Yeah, you know what? Scratch that. Definitely, I was right the first time.
But I honestly believe this is not part of an upcoming full length record.
No, I
this
just
is
think
just
this
a
is
single.
Just a single.
This is just a single.
These guys, man, they make really good singles, and then they follow it up with.
I mean, they've done some collabs with like gaming and whatever. They should do something with Ubisoft for
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Seriously, like, how cool would it be? Assassin's Creed soundtrack of a future Assassin's Creed be these guys? Have Assassin's Creed? Don't they have a Templar one? I think they do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've done a lot. They've done a lot.
I stopped at the pirate one, which was the fourth.
There's been quite a
There's
bit.
probably
after.
been a bunch
There's
of
been
them
one
after.
that's there's a new one that just came out, which is like a female samurai.
Wasn't there a ninja one or something?
There's a ninja one. There's a Viking one. There's one in France during the Revolution.
Fuck. I didn't play that one. I stopped at the pirate one.
I played Unity, which was the French Revolution one.
Yeah, but that's a bunch of them together.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I-
There's
I-
one that's during the time of Jack the Ripper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whitechapel. I think if that game for me now, I would have to go back again to the beginning because there's the lore. You have to follow the sequence of the story. I'd have to go back to the first one, play it all over again, finish
Kind
the
of
first.
don't really need to play the first one to get the feel
But
anymore. All of them now have their own lore to them.
oh, they're not as because the first the first four were all in sequence. So what happened in one?
Well, if you kind of remember four, then you don't really need to play the rest,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
That's true.
I told you I can move the PlayStation into your room.
I don't have time to play video games.
You do. You just don't. You're rather sit on the
No,
couch.
no, I don't. I don't. Sitting on the couch is my downtime. I have a busy schedule. Because the problem with me when I start playing these games is then I disappear. Next thing you know, I'm calling in sick at work for a week because I'm playing the game and I need to get to the next level. Fuck, that's the problem with me.
Time.
I finished these games in 1 week because I play like 20 hours a day of the fucking game. I get really into it. Because I get involved in all the side quests and shit like that. I don't just try to finish. I try to do as much shit as I can.
You should also what's it called? Kingdom Come, and there's like Kingdom Come Deliverance and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The second one came out. They had the
They had the soundtrack for the first one.
For the first one, yeah.
Yeah, Sabaton did the Kingdom
And
which was actually a cover from Manowar.
Which is, but that second game is also really, really good. That shit's... I always like video games that are like history based and shit, and the mechanics are good. I always like that shit. I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed because I don't like walking around like following people. I don't like those type of missions. But like, you know, the knights and all that stuff, like
I really the pirate one was amazing because you could just be a pirate. You could just like attack ships, go all over the place. Anyways, it's like the Red Dawn Redemption. Fuck, I love that game too. Anyhow, this is a home run. We needed this. We needed a shot in the arm.
Dude, we needed a good Sabaton song, man. It's been
a while. It's been a while.
We needed.
And I know all of you Sabatonians out there. I know you guys love everything they do. They could release a turd, and you guys would say it's the greatest turd that's ever been released.
Yeah.
But let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. This is what we needed. We needed a song this good and this strong.
They haven't made a good song since anything on the Great War. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not a fan of like Stormtroopers is the best track,
and it's the best, but like it's the like,
but it's not even a great song. It's just the best.
That's like being the skinniest guy on The Biggest Loser. Like you're still fat. It doesn't really it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah, it's like being 400 pounds in The Biggest Loser. You're still fucking 400 pounds. It's just that
That's what I'm saying.
It's just that you're not 600, but you know you're still 400. You're still obese, morbidly obese for that matter. Anyhow, on that note, guys, let us know in the comment section what do you think about this new song from Sabaton. Hit us up.
So good.
All right, we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.